Now let me show you how to make a remedy that can help your brain perform at its best and stay sharp well into old age. In case you're wondering if this is excellent for memory and dispelling brain fog, it is. Start with 2 ounces of organic lion's mane that you chop finely before adding it to your mason jar. You can also purchase it powdered, which is what I have today, and in that case only use about 1 ounce or 30 grams. Next, we'll do the same thing, about 1 ounce of powdered cordyceps, a 1/4 cup of fresh lemon balm, or a little less of dried lemon balm, 1/8 of a cup of dried bacopa, and 1/8 of a cup of dried gotu-kola leaves and vines. This gives you 5 ounces of dried herbs if you're using dried herbs and powdered mushrooms. So you'll want a large glass jar. This one is 20 ounces for this recipe. So simply put all of your pre-measured powders in. That's gotu-kola, lion's mane, bacopa. Look at those lovely colors. Cordyceps, and our dried lemon balm. Cover everything, not with 80, but this time we're using 100 proof alcohol, and let it extract for about 6 weeks. Now leave a little headspace at the top as usual. Make sure it is labeled with the ingredients and with what it is and the date. All right, let's shake it up. Now remember, these are powdered herbs, so you do want to give them a shake every day. You know, often I say put these in a cupboard, but if it's not too warm out, I just leave them on my counter so I remember while they're extracting to just shake them. I have a bunch of things going at once and I just walk by and do a little shake of everything. It's really easy. If you go longer for tinctures, like 8 weeks, or you forget about it and you're like, oh my gosh, we're 12 weeks in, it's fine. You just don't want to do it too soon. Now there's 2 possible ways you can finish this off. The first is to strain the mushroom and herb out, which you want to do anyway. Squeeze every bit of liquid out you can and save that liquid, that's your alcoholic tincture, and measure it precisely, noting the total ounces. Now you need this info because you want your final tincture to be at least 25 to 30% alcohol, because that will make it shelf stable. So we're going to save this part of our tincture, take the herb mash and put it into a pot and cover it with water and let it simmer for a few hours. Now the length of time doesn't matter as much, the final amount of liquid you get. You can only add so much to your final tincture to keep it shelf stable. Then you strain the water out and add it to the tincture. Now, what we're going to do today is a little different because there's an easier way when you just have a couple of ingredients. So we're just going to make a lion's mane and a cordyceps, add some powder, and do our own water decoction right here. Now I can simply add this decoction once it's done to my strained alcoholic tincture. Remember, you want about 3 times less than what's already in there. So usually a 3-to-1 ratio of alcoholic tincture to water decoction is perfect. So whatever the water decoction measures, simply add 3 times more alcohol. Now remember to use 100% alcohol because otherwise the final remedy won't have enough alcohol concentration. Now if you have, let's say, 6 ounces of your alcoholic tincture, you want about 2 ounces of decoction. And after you've added the decoction to your strained tincture, give it a good mix, and there you go, your brain boost is ready. And just take 1 to 2 milliliters, about 1 to 2 dropperfuls orally every day. I take it directly in my mouth for the best absorption, or you can take it in a beverage twice a day for as long as you need it. All right, here's to a healthy blend of brain boosting herbs. Thank you so much for being with me today. And if you have a question on how to do a dual extraction, just go back to the mushroom tinctures or the turkey tail tincture for another full description.